watching Let's Chat.
As you get older, you find yourself needing a little more money, and your home, of course, is more than likely your biggest asset. Joining us next is a guy who can tell you how to take that equity and convert it into your cash to take care of your short-term and your long-term needs. It's Nathan Guerrero, who's president of Mortgage South. Nathan, good to see you.
Good to see you, Chip.
Condense it for us. What's the executive summary of a reverse mortgage?
Well, it's a government-insured loan. It was actually became government-insured in 1987, and it allows people that are 62 and above to be able to use the equity or the money they've built up in their home over time and be able to use that to pay for medical needs, maybe home repairs, maybe taxes and insurance, whatever they need as they get older. But the government understood that during this period of life, people did not need a mortgage payment, so they needed to allow them to exercise the equity in their home without servicing debt, but still allowing them to access the equity in their home.
And you take care of both sides of that at Mortgage South, correct?
That's correct.
Hypothetical situation: someone's parents took out a home, took out a reverse mortgage. They unfortunately died a couple of years later, and the kids are just now finding out about that. That's going to be kind of rocky for the kids, right?
Well, it could be, but I go through that at least once a month. We've been doing these loans since 1993. I actually completed the very first one in the state of Tennessee.
Right.
So people that exercised the loan 15 years ago, now the kids maybe have the property with the loan on it. I'll help them get through that process as far as extensions that maybe need to be filed for the property to give them more time to be able to sell it, because they do have rights to the property. You know, once mom or dad or whoever passes away, they can have up to 12 months to be able to sell the property, repay the reverse mortgage, keep any money that's left over.
Right.
They can even get 90 more days at the end of that if there's a sales contract on it. So there are frames available for them to use.
And since you guys have been doing this since 1993, you kind of know the straightest distance, if you will, the straightest line between those 2 points. What's the biggest question that you have to overcome when you're talking with somebody about a reverse mortgage?
Well, typically people believe that, you know, once something happens to them, their estate has no rights to the property, that the lending institution just takes the property, it's theirs, or they believe that they do not own the property through the life of the loan, which both of those are very
big misconceptions. Right?
Exactly. They remain in ownership fully of the home, that we just have a mortgage against it. So if they ever wanted to sell the home 3, 4, 5 years down the road, they just need to repay what they have borrowed. They would keep any money that's left over, and they would be able to move away. And also with their estate, their estate has rights to the property as well.
Sure.
They just have to sell the home, repay the reverse mortgage, and then the estate keeps any money left over as well.
What if someone has a reverse mortgage and all of a sudden they want to repay that back? Can you help them with that part of the process as well?
That's no problem. We don't do that particular piece of it because we need to specialize in this loan and know every single thing there is to know about it. So we don't handle any other type of loan, but I certainly have partners that I could direct them to if they wanted to repay this loan with a traditional mortgage. Now they're going to have a mortgage payment, but they certainly have that right if they want to exercise it.
And I know you can show them all the tax advantages into doing something like this, and it helps when you got a friend who's in the industry that you can call that'll make it a whole lot easier in what potentially could be a kind of a scary situation.
Sure. I mean, I work with financial advisors, tax attorneys, CPAs all the time. When they have questions, their clients have questions. I'm working right now with a couple of doctors that are looking at this loan as a financial tool to be able to have a extra amount of money that grows for them tax-free. There's ways we can, you know, structure that, but there are some real tax advantages and some financial advantages to the loan that are kind of outside of the box some people don't think of.
You want to find out the best way, do it the right way, do it the Mortgage South way. Nathan, thanks so much.
Good to see you.
If you'd like to talk with Nathan or the folks that work with him at Mortgage South, it's easy. The website is mortgage-south.com. That's mortgage-south.com.